LaSalle had lost to McDevitt a couple of times earlier this season, but they win in the semifinals. Right now, we will pause for our national anthem here at the Palestra. You're listening to 610 WIP Philadelphia, all sports radio. The Catholic League Championship game just a few moments away from getting underway. As I was saying there, Mark, before we had the anthem, going into that semifinal game, LaSalle faced a McDevitt team that they lost to a couple of times.
Yeah, lost to them twice during the regular season, and really, Bill, they were in control the whole game. One of the problems, though, McDevitt really did itself in with its foul shooting, making only 7 of 19 from the foul line. That'll do it to you. Now, today we have, I'm terrible at estimating crowds here, but it's a smaller crowd than I would have anticipated here. Maybe the weather had something to do with that. It could be that. Then again, it wasn't an overly big crowd for the semifinals either.
All right, we have both student contingents well represented here as the public address announcer, John McAdams, who is a familiar voice to listeners of WIP, gets the starting lineups all set to go as they introduce the players from LaSalle and from Roman Catholic. Let's get some final thoughts from both of you guys before we get things underway here. Mark?
Bill, as I mentioned before, we talked about how they handled and pressure and everything. LaSalle also is going to have to shoot from the outside. And Joe, you have to agree with me that their key man out there has got to be Chris Mazurczyk, a 6'3" junior who not only is a good shooter, but does a good job in creating his own shots.
He certainly does. Being a junior, he's been a little mild surprise for LaSalle coming on as he has. Mark Fitzgerald also can fill it up, and he has got to give them 15 to 20 points off the offense. Also look for Macklin. I think Macklin has come around. He's been injured throughout most of his junior year as well, and he's a competitor. The seniors on LaSalle have nothing to lose. They've been in a lot of key games. Borelli and Stanzak had great football careers. Stanzak is an excellent baseball player. I think it'll be a very, very competitive game. I'm really happy to see both teams in this final game. The officials for today's game are two of the best, Joe DeMeo and Bob Downey, and the backup is Rick McCartney.
Joe, as we're talking about LaSalle, let's switch gears a little bit to Roman. As people have talked about, maybe if they're susceptible at all, it may be at the backcourt. I kind of expect LaSalle maybe to go at him a little bit and try to see what those guards could do, Mike McKee and Jimmy O'Rourke.
I think they will. I think we'll see LaSalle playing what they call their 22 defense, which is a 2-2-1 full-court trap. And they will try and put McKee in a problem. Roman has great finishers against presses, but I think where they're lacking, if in any one area, is they don't have that intermediary figure to get the ball from McKee or O'Rourke and convert it with a nice pass. Whereas LaSalle's intermediary player is Mazurczyk, and he does a very nice job in breaking the pressure that's played against them.
Another thing is, if you don't let Roman get into the transition game, you make them shoot from the outside, they could be a little bit susceptible. Jimmy O'Rourke holds the key there. He's probably the best outside shooter.
He certainly is, and he's a hard-working lad. He didn't have a real nice game Friday night, but he works very hard. His strength is the three-point shot, no doubt about it. I think LaSalle will switch defenses a lot. So again, put that tempo. They have to control the tempo to win this game. If, as you say, and Bill says, if Roman gets in a running game, Katie bar the door because everything could break loose.
And another thing you can't discount is the depth of Roman Catholic. They may have two of the best sophomores in the area in Bernard Jones and Marvin Harrison.
They have legitimately 8 maybe of the best 10 players in the Southern Division. Okay, that's how deep they are. In fact, we're all talking 9 men. A 10, 11, and 12 would start on every other Southern Division team. So they have, if any problem they have, it's who's going to play? What are we going to do?
Good problem to have as a coach. Who's going to play the game? And I guess we will see them shuffle them in and out with rapid action here today to get the substitutions in and out. Do you look, Joe, for LaSalle to put perhaps full court or three-quarter court pressure on early to stop the fast action?
I think they will. They'll put this 22 press on, three-quarter 2-2-1, and they'll also go into a half-court trap, a 1-3-1. Jack Stanzak, I believe, has told Marty that he feels better coming off the bench, and yet he holds the key to LaSalle's fortunes today. So I I look for him to come off the bench. I think they're deep. They're about 3 deep, and that's not bad when you're playing against Roman Catholic.
All right, we have had the introduction to the starting lineups here, and we are just about all set to go now as Roman's players, they empty the entire bench and introduce everybody off of there. They go over and shake hands with the players for LaSalle, and we are just about ready to get this Catholic League Championship game underway here at the Palestra today for what has been a pretty sparse showing so far. There's a good number of people here, but they are certainly making a lot of noise.
There's no question about it. Bill, one interesting figure we talked about was Mike McKee. A year ago, he was playing in Jersey on Delran, leading Delran to the South Jersey Group 2 title, and his teammate was a pretty fair quarterback by the name of Tony Sacca. He's transferred now to Roman Catholic, and he's going to be running the offense in the Catholic League title game. And as a sophomore last year, he was the starting point guard for that Delran team.
All right, both teams, all the starters out on the court. And Alan Watkin will jump center for Roman, and out there to jump for LaSalle is Mark Fitzgerald. Both in the center of the court, and we are all set to go. LaSalle will be heading from our right to left. Opposite for Roman. Tap controlled by Roman. Here they come. Mike McKee controlling the ball. Left side. Now he swings it around to the right side. And back out to McKee again. Down to the right side wing to O'Rourke. And back to McKee. He gets it across to Watkin. Pass outside. Three-point range to O'Rourke. Off the backside of the rim. And it bounces towards the far sideline. It is saved by Roman. Pass off to Watkin inside. He goes up off the glass. It's no good. But an offensive foul is called on Watkin.
And Bill, all of a sudden, we saw right away that LaSalle's defense, they're going to say, Roman, you got to hit from the outside. They packed in that zone.
Right, 2-1-2 zone, and it was very effective in the beginning.
And here comes a full court press by Roman Catholic, but LaSalle does a pretty good job to break it as they head down court. Here they come. Back around the top now is Krishneggi. Gets it off to Fitzgerald, and the bounce pass back outside to Brian Riley. Riley drives to the left, pulls up outside the lane. It's up off the rim and no good. Rebound Watkin. Here comes Roman right back down. McKee controls the ball as they run it down. Right side wing to O'Rourke, and back to McKee. Top of the key. He'll set up the offense. Swings it down to the left side to Watkin. Back to McKee. Fakes the three-pointer. Now gets it off to O'Rourke. Back to McKee again. Feeds it inside to Colon. Colon goes up to the board off the glass. Didn't even get any rim. Rebound is taken by LaSalle, and they get it away. Krishneggi controls the ball now as he comes across the timeline, and we still have no score in this game. First quarter action, under 7 minutes to go. Here's the outside shot by LaSalle. It is no good. And tipped inside. A nice tip in on the inside, and Borelli got it. Here comes some streamers down on the court. We'll have to stop action here to get them off.
Borelli's a key cog. He's going to Boston College to play football next year. He's 6'6", 250. And the other night against O'Hara, he got 2 quick fouls and really didn't play much. Only played 9 minutes the whole game. But with his bulk, he's very essential inside.
Right, they've limited Roman to 2 shots. And plus Alan Watkins has a personal foul. And that could play havoc with Roman's fortunes later on.
All right, 2-0. And here's the pass inside to Watkins from McKee. It's off the rim and no good as he couldn't get a hold of it underneath. And rebound LaSalle. Here they come. Krishneggi controlling out front with McKee on him. Drives to the right side. Passes off to Riley, and he hands it right back to Krishneggi. Passes over to Riley again, who popped out top of the key. Makes a move at the foul line. Forces up a shot. It's off the rim and no good. McKee pulls down the rebound, and he runs it up court for Roman.
LaSalle seems to be getting some good shots on the offensive end.
Baseline pass to Watkin. It's up, and it's good from the right side baseline. All tied at 2 apiece. Roman and LaSalle, and here comes LaSalle running it right back down again with Riley. And they finally get it back to the playmaker, Ernie Krishneggi. Bounce passes down to the right side and back out around again. Finally, Borelli, left side of the foul line, drives into the lane, puts it up, and no good. Rebound Fitzgerald on the offensive board. He has it blocked by Colon, but he fouls it. Of action inside that time by those 2 key guys for LaSalle, Fitzgerald and Borelli.
Yeah, and when you have 2 6'6" bodies to throw at Roman, they're not always used to seeing that. They had a distinct height advantage against O'Hara, and we said Borelli was a key on boards. Also is Fitzgerald, although he has more versatility, Bill, to shoot from the outside.
Fitzgerald on the line. He misses the first one. And we are still tied at 2. 5:48 to go, first quarter.
You know, it's interesting, Bill. Fitzgerald told me a lot of colleges have not shown interest in him, and he's the type of player that I think would be a nice find for maybe a low 1, a high Division II type program.
He hits the second one to make it 3-2. LaSalle leading over Roman. And McKee running the offense for Roman. Passes off to Watkin way outside on the right side, down to the right corner. And to O'Reilly. O'Rourke and back out to McKee. He passes off to Watkin again. Cross-court pass goes to O'Rourke. Outside, and again, you can see LaSalle just packing in the zone inside. Here's O'Rourke with a three-pointer. It's good from the right side.
O'Rourke can burn you. He gets hot. Heads up.
It's 5-3. Roman is up with 5:17 to go in the first quarter. Ernie Krishnek brings it down for LaSalle. He makes a move at the top of the key, drives it into the lane, off the glass, and no good. Rebound is pulled down by Roman. Here we go. They've got the break. Here's O'Rourke on the right side. Pulls up, shoots it, off the rim, and no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. Alan Watkin gets it. Right side baseline, short jumper goes in, but wait a minute. We had a foul before that shot went off. Let's see who they're going to get the foul on here.
That was on Riley that time, Bill, reaching in on Watkins.
All right, so no basket. It is still 5-3. Watkin made the shot, but foul before the shot. Roman with the ball. Here's Watkin, right wing. He takes the shot. It's no good. Off the rim again. Rebound is pulled down by Krishnek, and here he comes.
Ernie is a sophomore, and this is a lot of pressure on the young sophomore coming into the Palestra.
Ryan Riley takes the pass from Kushnick, now gets it off to Fitzgerald, looking for somebody inside, but Borelli was all tied up. He pops out and he takes the ball away from Fitzgerald, gets it off again. This time he passes off to Lazorchik. He takes a shot, it's no good. Borelli gets the rebound and lays it back in.
Mark Borelli, if he can get his minutes and stay out of foul trouble, it's going to be a very important part of LaSalle's game. Here comes a trap, 1-3-1, half court.
And it is 5-5. Borelli's got 4 points. Here comes Roman. He got it to Colon right at the foul line, but he passed it off to Watkin, but he traveled.
Allen, in their offensive set, has been playing out on the wing, facing the basket. He can do that, or he can lay on the elbow. I think he's more effective inside on the elbow.
I think that's his biggest improvement, though, Joe, don't you, the way he's taken this game out a little bit this year?
Yes, he has, and he has a fine, soft touch. He's a very, very nice ball player.
LaSalle with the ball in their offensive court. Pass goes inside. A good inside pass and a lay-in by Brian Riley.
Great job of setting some picks in there by that motion offense by LaSalle.
Right, and a nice bounce pass from Ernie. Set it up. Here they're in their 1-3-1 trap again.
LaSalle's up by 2. 3:39 to go in the first quarter, 7-5. LaSalle leading Roman. Watkin on the left side wing. The pass goes inside, but it is stripped away. Taken away from Tyrone Bacon, and we will have a jump ball call.
Here comes Jack Stanzak into the game, and I think it's a good move by Marley at this time.
Stanzak comes in, and LaSalle with the ball.
If he gets a chance to post up Michael McKee, look for that in LaSalle's repertoire.
And he moves so well without the ball, too.
Borelli with the ball on the left wing. Powers his way into the left. Puts up a shot. It is good. 6 points for Mark Borelli.
Well, Borelli's really been the story because he's one of the few people that's strong enough to attack these Roman big bodies inside, and he's going right at them.
And he's just knocked the ball loose there. He's really playing both ends of the floor.
Pass inside, deflected away out of bounds. It'll still be Roman ball, and another substitution here as Kevin Burke are coming in. Is Marvin Harrison coming into the game for Roman.
Marvin is an excellent young sophomore. Great football player as well in the Catholic League.
McKee out front. Passes off to Harrison, back to McKee, three-point range, off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. Borelli pulls it down as he fights for it, but we've got a travel called on Borelli. He was actually battling with his own man, Fitzgerald, for that ball, and traveled with it.
Dan Harrison was in there, and even though he's 6'1", he does a great job going to the boards.
Shot from way outside, it's good.
That's O'Rourke again with his second three-pointer.
He's got 6 points on 2 threes. It is 9-8. LaSalle is leading. And LaSalle with the ball. Kushnig with the ball. He passes off to Borelli on the left side. Another power move into the basket. It is swatted away by Ruben Colon, and no foul. It goes out of bounds. It'll still be LaSalle ball. What a rejection.
Yeah, and that was good weak side defense because he got by Bacon that time, but Colon filled in the gap.
And when you have big size like that, it means a lot. The guards can really gamble outside.
You see they're doing a little isolating, though, trying to get Borelli isolated, sure.
And he is not hesitating, going to the hoop. Here's Borelli with the ball again. He goes to the basket. It is up off the rim and no good, but we've got a foul called, and it's called on Tyrone Bacon. So Borelli will go to the line.
Mark Borelli has certainly come to play so far in the first 6 minutes of this game.
He is really looking to go to the hoop. It is 9-8. LaSalle is leading with
have to give him a little blow because he's not used to playing so many minutes consecutively.
Yeah, and you remember early in the year, he had been injured in football playing for the Catholic League playoff team, and he didn't even start the beginning of the year. His foot was in a cast, so it's been an up-and-down year physical-wise for him.
Borelli is on the line. First one is off the back of the rim, no good. Two-shot foul, even though Colon pulled down the rebound. Bernard Jones is into the game for Roman now, and John Butler comes into the game for LaSalle.
And what Bernard Jones will do, it's 6'5", just a sophomore. It gives him a lot of quickness in there. He goes to the basket a little bit better.
Here's Borelli, second free throw. It is good. That'll make it 10-8. LaSalle is up by 2. Any surprise so far from you guys that LaSalle is up at this point?
Well, I think that LaSalle is again showing they're going to come to play this game.
Here's Roman working it inside. Finally gets into Ruben Colon. He puts up a powerful shot off the backboard. It is good, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
You know, Roman's depth is so much. When you're coaching against him, you can't really isolate on 1, 2, or 3 people, and you got to keep them off the boards. You got to keep Colon and Bacon, and now Bernard Jones is in there. Keep them off the board.
Yeah, and I thought that basket by Colon shows how much strength he's gained since last year. Last year, he wouldn't have had the strength to put that up, let alone get it in.
Missed the foul shot and kind of a weird bounce off the glass, but LaSalle controls it, and Butler has the ball as he brings it down. McKee is on him way outside. Butler feeds it inside. Here's the shot up, and it was partially deflected that time as Chris Lazorchik put a shot up and was deflected. A fight for the ball outside. It'll be LaSalle ball.
LaSalle ran a nice stack offense that time. Lazorchik came around the low post and was free for a little jump shot. Got to establish contact on that.
Jared Macklin comes into the game for LaSalle, and Borelli comes out. Borelli with 6 points. And here's Lazorchik. Left side of the foul line. It's good.
That's his shot. He's dynamite from there.
12-10. LaSalle leading Roman now. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. And here comes Roman. Pass to the near side. Almost lost that time by Marvin Harrison. Gets it back to McKee. Now to O'Rourke. Way out in three-point range. McKee, top of the key, feeds it inside. It's kicked away, but still controlled by Roman outside. McKee has it down on the right side wing. Now back to McKee again. Penetrates into the lane and throws the ball away. Out of bounds. It'll be LaSalle ball.
Joe, it looks like LaSalle's doing a little bit of matchup on that zone now, paying a little bit more attention to O'Rourke after he hit those 2 threes
Exactly,
earlier.
Mark. Exactly so. Because O'Rourke, if you let O'Rourke get loose, he's going to kill you.
Some 3 full-court pressure that time on number 33, John Butler, but LaSalle is able to work it up across the timeline without much problem. Now they've got a little weave going on way outside as they'll work it inside. Now Stanzak drives it right down the lane, puts up the shot. It's no good, and the rebound to Roman. Harrison pulls it down. Here they go. They've got a 3-on-2 break. McKee pulls it up, or O'Rourke pulls it up and hands it back to McKee. Looked like he might have had a shot. Now O'Rourke launches one from way outside. It's no good. Rebound Colon. He goes up, but he's fouled.
And there's evidence. When Borelli's out of the lineup, Roman goes right to the boards now. They don't have that bulk to keep him out of there, and it's happened on the past 2 occasions.
Kitchen and LaSalle have got to concentrate on the person in the lane, not on the shot. Block out your bottom.
And besides being 6'7", Colon's a quick leaper also.
12-10, and here's Colon on the foul line. He hits the first one to make it 12-11, and here comes Borelli right back in. And Fitzgerald will take a seat, so Mark Borelli is back in, and he'll try to clog up the inside again. He was also dominating on the offensive end as he went to the hoop just about every time he got the ball. Here's Colon with number 2. It is in and out. Rebound Borelli. He hands it off to John Butler, the sophomore guard. Butler with McKee on him. Gets it up to Lazorchik. Lazorchik, top of the key. Now bounce pass over to Stanzak as they run that 3-man weave way outside again. Stanzak gets it off to Butler, who goes right down the lane. Dishes off, and Macklin goes up and is undercut. He goes down, and we have got Roman ball, as they say, that Butler stepped on the line. Boy, Macklin went in, and he just had his feet taken out from under him.
Here comes the LaSalle's 22 defense, 2-2-1, 3-quarter trap. They'll try and get a turnover here in the last waning seconds of this first quarter.
And Alan Watkin is back into the game for Roman. Here's the full court pressure. It's McKee and Watkin trying to work it up. The pass and almost a turnover, but O'Rourke controls it. Lazorchik almost took it away. Here's McKee, top of the key. He and O'Rourke are outside. They're just working a 2-man game. Now the pass off to Watkin. Watkin Watkin looks inside, now passes back out. We've got 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's McKee. He'll take a long jumper. It's off the rim and no good. Rebound, Borelli takes the desperation shot at the buzzer, but it sounds at the end of number 1. So that's the end of the first quarter with a score, LaSalle 12 and Roman 11.
Now, Tidy Cat 3 is a hard-working cat box filler.
Tidy Cat 3, Tidy Cat 3, when you go. Mary Kitchen, simply perfect hash from Hormel.
Fills in for Mark Narducci and Joe Donahue back at the Palestra. We're into quarter number 2, and LaSalle leads it by a point, 12-11. Roman with the ball. Here's O'Rourke way outside on the near side wing. Now passes back to McKee, top of the key. He's over to Watkin now. Watkin quickly shuffling it over to O'Rourke. Three-point range. Now steps inside the line and takes a shot. Offensive rebound. Colon has it stripped away by Butler. They're going to call Butler with a foul.
They've got to keep these guys off the boards, limiting them to one shot. I think that's where LaSalle's fortunes are going to hold. They cannot afford to let Roman take 2 and 3 shots at the ball.
Another key thing, our statistician Tom Burchard Jr. shows us LaSalle shot 38% in the first quarter, but Roman shot just 33%. And the way LaSalle's defense is going, they're giving them the shots. If you're only going to hit 1 of 3, LaSalle's going to be in the game.
Roman with the ball as they inbounds it. He finally goes out to McKee outside. They're working around to Watkin on the right side wing. Now back around to O'Rourke on the left as they work around the outside. Watkin will take the jumper from the right side in, and he gets the shooter's bounce off the glass and back in. LaSalle right in under full court pressure here as Stanczak begins to run it up across the timeline. He does a good job to just run right by O'Rourke that time. Gets it off to Kushnig, who's back into the game. Kushnig pass inside to Stanczak. Turnaround jumper is no good, but he is fouled on the play as he ends up flat on his back, and he'll go to the foul line.
Stanczak posted him up low, and I think his size and his girth is certainly an advantage that LaSalle can look for.
There's no doubt, Joe, and if people don't know, Stanczak was a Catholic League Football Player of the Year, and he's got that bulk, and I think that is one advantage that LaSalle may try to exploit, because I just don't think O'Rourke has the strength to stay with him when he's posting like that.
That's very good, very correct. Stanczak's dad, Jack, played at Roman Catholic back in the mid-'60s, so there's probably some well, sort of mixed feelings, I guess, at dinner tonight. Yeah,
you know, and as he missed the first free throw, as good as he is in football and basketball, baseball is considered his best sport. I know he's going to be visiting Villanova for a potential scholarship there.
Stanczak misses the second one as well. Rebound by Colon, and here comes Roman. Roman is up by a point, 13-12, 6:55 to go in quarter number 2. This is the Catholic League Championship on 610 WIP, All Sports Radio. Pass to the near side to Harrison. He goes up, and he is tied up as he tried, or Bernard Jones tried to go up, and he had it tied up and taken away. Here comes Kushnig running it across midcourt. Pass down to the near side to Fitzgerald. He hands it right back to Kushnig. Back to Fitzgerald, top of the key. He'll take the jumper as he steps into the foul line. Off the back iron, no good. A scramble, and Roman has the ball. Here is Mike McKee running it up. Quick pass to Colon on the left side. He dumps it back to Watkin. He goes into the lane, takes a short jumper, bounces, and comes out no good. But a foul on the play, and Watkin will go to the foul line. That one's on Borelli.
Interesting that Ruben had what I thought was a lane to the basket, but he stops and passes behind him to Allen. Allen Watkins is certainly going to be a very, very key factor today.
And he is on the line right now, but you're right, Joe. It looked like Colon, he could have made a strong move to the basket, maybe drew a foul along with it, and he elected to just dump it back to Watkin. Watkin misses the first foul shot, and he will have another one.
Yeah, Watkins has 4 points today. I just found out he's going to be playing in the Dapper Dan Classic in Pittsburgh.
And he misses the second one as well. And saving it is Borelli, but it goes right to McKee. McKee dishes it off to Tyrone Bacon, who goes up, and there's a foul on the play. The basket is no good.
It's tough in that situation when you're underneath your opponent's basket and the ball's going out of bounds. You try, if you're going to save it, you throw it all the way down the other end of the court. You don't try and do just that, because what's going to happen is they're going to get a quick bucket or a quick foul.
Here's Tyrone Bacon on the line, the senior forward, and he puts one up, and it's good. The first one.
Ty Bacon is rather an unsung hero for Roman because of the other stars they have, but he has been, I think, a very steady influence this year at Roman, and at 6'6", it's nice to have those steady influences around.
Yeah, a lot of times also takes the key offensive player on the other team.
And the second one just rolls out of there, but the offensive rebound by Watkin. He puts it up and in. So a big play on the offensive board. It's 16-12 now. Roman is up by 4. Long pass down by LaSalle. For Borelli, it's tipped away. That one was tipped away by Bacon. And here comes Roman again. Pass down to the right side to Watkin. He puts it up and in. Now, wait a minute. Bernard Jones put it in, but wait, let's see what the call's all about.
I think it's an offensive foul on the drive and the dish. Roman went into a 2-2-1 full court trap that time and got the turnover. But I think it's no goal on the play.
No goal is the call, as it was a strong move by Bernard Jones, but they called an offensive foul. And right now we've got a timeout on the floor.
Key for us is playing together and being unselfish. That's the whole key every game. Yeah, we got so many scorers and stuff. Just be unselfish and we'll win. No one can beat us. Including Frankfurt.
All right, that's Jim O'Rourke, who has 6 points now.
That's a win now.
That's the comment from him on the game today. And on the line for LaSalle will be Ernie Kochnig, and he'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Here's the shot. It is no good. The rebound pulled down by Roman, and here we go. Roman with the ball. McKee is controlling. He stays on his side of the timeline to signal the offensive pattern. And now here he goes, penetrating down off to Watkin on the right wing. He has it slapped away. The ball is loose, and it's controlled by LaSalle. Here comes Lazorchik.
That's the 8th turnover for Roman Catholic so far today, which is kind of above average.
Lazorchik shoots from way outside on the left side, and it's an air ball. The rebound is hauled down by Roman. We've got a foul underneath, and that one, I believe, is going to be called on Jared Macklin.
Contrasting to those 8 turnovers by Roman, LaSalle has 3 presently by our statistics.
You know, another key thing, Joe, I see that Fitzgerald only has 1 point and Lazorchik only has 2 points, and you're going to need a little bit more of that from your 2 key guys in your offense. And the fact LaSalle's only down by 4 with 5:34 left in the half, if they can get it going, they can get LaSalle in there.
I think so. I think that both Fitzgerald and Lazorchik have got to get 35, 40 points today.
The foul by Macklin put Marvin Harrison on the line. He hit number 1 to make it 17-12. Roman up. Here's number 2. It is up. Goes around the rim and comes out. And the rebound pulled down by Brian Riley. Brian Riley gets it on, and he brings it right up over the timeline himself. Here's Riley in the backcourt. Still working. Dishes inside to Fitzgerald, who goes right down the middle of the lane. Puts up the shot. It's no good. And a foul is called on the inside on Bernard Jones. So Fitzgerald will go to the line.
LaSalle certainly has got to take advantage of these free throw opportunities. They've missed, I think, too many so far. And free throw shooting is contagious.
You know what I noticed, though? One thing about it, a lot of teams don't go right at Roman. They try to go around. LaSalle's going right at them today.
They have to go right at them and establish contact and then release the ball.
Boy, they sure are. They're going right down the center of the lane. Fitzgerald hits the foul shot, the first one.
By the way, Borelli leading LaSalle with 7 points. Watkins and O'Rourke with 6 apiece for Roman.
Borelli also, I believe, with 5 rebounds in this game so far. 5:21 to go till halftime at 17-13. Roman is leading LaSalle, the Catholic League Championship. Fitzgerald hits number 2 to make it 17-14. And here comes Roman. Mike McKee, the playmaking guard, always has control of that ball. Half-court pressure put on by LaSalle this time. And now here's Roman working it around the outside. McKee working down to the right now, back to the back of the key. They swing it around to Watkin, top of the key again. And this is Marvin Harrison. Back to Watkin. Feeds it inside. The turnaround jumper is good by Bernard Jones, but we have got a foul, I believe, before the shot. No basket. And Borelli, I believe, has drawn another foul.
I think that's Mark's 2nd personal foul, and that's going to be, that's going to be key.
You take him out now, you may have to think about it.
Yeah, here they go.
Take him out. Too early in the 2nd quarter. You got to rest him for the half.
He comes out right now, and Chris Lazorchik goes in his spot. On the line is Bernard Jones for Roman. Puts up the first one. It's good, and he'll get another one on the 1-and-1. So 18-14. Roman is up by 4. Less than 5 minutes to go till halftime now. With Borelli out of there, let's see if Roman really starts to try to force it inside.
Roman's going to come out in a trap here.
The second free throw is good, and here we go. LaSalle brings it up without a heck of a lot of resistance as Riley takes it right down the lane again. Puts up the shot. It rolls off the rim. It's no good. Rebound is controlled by Roman. Here comes McKee. He's out on a break. Passes off to Watkins. Strong move inside. Off the glass. No good. The tip is up and good. I think it was Bernard Jones who got the tip.
this will be interesting. Cliff Smith's coming out. He's 6'7". He's playing Brian Riley, who's about 6'1", and bringing the ball up. So if anything, they should get a rebounding advantage.
Stanczak drives baseline off the pass from Riley, and he is fouled before the shot can go off. So we have got a foul call on Roman, and Stanczak will go to the line. Good quick move to get to the baseline.
Yeah, and LaSalle's done a good job, Joe, of isolating that left side for the baseline, getting a person isolated to drive one-on-one.
And then taking it to the hoop and getting on the foul line.
Ruben Colon comes back into the game for Roman. He will be underneath. Also coming into the game is Cliff Smith for Roman. So they have got a big team in there right now. Stanczak is on the line for LaSalle. Hits number one. He'll get one more. 6-point spread right now. Roman is up 21-15. And Stanczak comes up again to try number two. Stanczak has it bounce out on him. He doesn't hit number two, and the rebound controlled by Watkin. He gets it off to Smith, who hands it back to McKee. McKee will run it up. Riley, defense on him. He picks him up right at half court. Long pass to Watkin on the right side. Cliff Smith, right side of the foul line, puts it up. It is no good. Stanczak with a strong rebound, and he'll run it out himself. Here he goes. Stanczak's going to go coast to coast, but has the ball batted away from behind. McKee takes it now for Roman, heading straight up on a 3-on-3 break. Gets it off to O'Rourke, who pulls up on the jumper from the left side. It's good.
That transition offense, that's where you got to beat Roman. You can't let him get into transition. But we saw Stanczak's athleticism just take over there.
Yeah, and O'Rourke now with a team-leading 8 points.
And here's Riley now for LaSalle, taking it coast to coast and putting it up. It's no good. Fitzgerald on the rebound puts off a shot. It's no good. And finally, McKee corrals the rebound as it bounced way out to the right side. And McKee runs it up for Roman. 23-16. 3.5 minutes to go. Pass inside to Colon, and he puts it up off the glass and in.
Yeah, I think LaSalle needs a timeout, Joe. The pace has gotten a little bit away from them.
They came down, they rushed two plays there, and they've got to get back into the pace. They can't let Roman do it.
Stanczak from way outside three-point range. It's no good off the front of the rim. Another questionable shot. And here comes Roman back again. McKee weaves his way down the lane. Passes off to Watkin. Shoots it up. It is no good. An air ball way over the basket. And a timeout is called by LaSalle. Just what the doctor ordered here. We're getting hectic action. There's a timeout on the floor with a score. Roman 25.
Success this year has been our teamwork and unselfish play. I mean, I think our seniors in particular given like example for the underclassmen. It's been the key.
That's Mark Fitzgerald, the 6'6" senior center for LaSalle. And LaSalle will inbounds the ball here as they take it over. Here's Kushner bringing it in across the timeline. Bounce pass down to Macklin. Left side. He bounces it in now as it is rejected. The shot went up but was rejected, and now the pass back inside again to Lazorchik, and he puts it up with the left hand and puts it in over Colon.
I think LaSalle's strength, they're going to try and take it inside on him now. They're going to try and beat him inside and stay away from that outside shot.
Mark Pirelli still not back in the game. He's got 2 fouls. And we had a foul call on the outside on Lazorchik here as Marvin Harrison drove around him and drew it.
LaSalle's in that little half-court trap. They're wanting to get some turnovers from the Roman Catholic team, particularly with McKee out of the game now. I think they feel they can capitalize on a few of their subs.
Both teams just 5 for 11 from the foul line.
I think that's nerves.
Here's Marvin Harrison on the line, and he cans the first foul shot. And he'll get another one. 2:38 to go till halftime. 26-17 as Roman is spreading it out, up by 9 right now. Here's Harrison. Number 2 is good again. Full court pressure this time, but Macklin gets the ball into Riley. Brian Riley now passes back over to Ernie Kushnick, the playmaker. He comes across the timeline. Down to Fitzgerald, who hands it right back to Kushnick. Kushnick tries to force it inside. He got it to Riley, but we have got a foul called before Riley can get his shot off. I think Marvin Harrison will get the foul here.
Or Rob Williams, maybe. Rob Williams started against us last year at Textile in the game and had 16 points. And just goes to show you how deep Roman Catholic is.
Rob Williams did get the foul, and that means we will have foul line action from Brian Riley here. He is on the line and can draw LaSalle to within 9 again here. Here's the shot. It's up. It's no good. But a rebound by Fitzgerald. He takes a shot from the foul line up. No good again. Strong rebound by Ruben Colon underneath for Roman. He gets the ball out to O'Rourke. O'Rourke takes it to the top of the key, back to Colon again. Colon over to Williams. On the near side, they double team him, but he passes around and gets it over to O'Rourke. O'Rourke dribbling outside. Riley all over him. Bounce pass goes down, and the long outside jumper is no good by Marvin Harrison. And here comes LaSalle on the run. It's Lazorchik on the left side. He goes up to the basket. It is no good, and we've got a foul called outside. Are they going to call that foul before the shot?
I think they will, yes.
Yep.
1-on-1, yes. LaSalle's playing that 1-3-1 trap, and what you want to do in that 1-3-1 trap is let the team shoot an outside shot, which Roman did, and then you can get a little transition break yourself.
And Chris Lazorchik will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. We have more substitutions as Marvin Harrison comes out for Roman, and Alan Watkin goes back into the game.
Lazorchik with 4 points, averaging 13 on the season, so a little bit below his norm right now.
We still have a little more than a half to go.
Here's Lazorchik. It is up, and the first one no good. So, but it's knocked out of bounds as he tried to pull it in. It was Cliff Smith who tried to pull in the rebound and knocked it out of bounds, so it'll still be LaSalle ball.
The foul shooting's killing LaSalle, Joe.
Absolutely. You've got to take advantage of the gifts.
Here's a pass outside of Lazorchik. Long jumper, but it's a two-pointer. Is no good. The rebound tap-in is no good by Fitzgerald. It's knocked out of bounds. Again by Smith. It'll still be LaSalle ball.
LaSalle's going to the boards, though, offensively. They're not shying away from Roman.
Macklin passes into Fitzgerald, almost taken away, but Fitzgerald has it, gets it out to three-point range to Riley. He passes off to Lazorchik, who drives into the basket, puts it up. It's no good. It's out of bounds, and it will still be LaSalle ball.
You know, LaSalle keeps driving in on Roman, which is good, but I think they're being intimidated on their shots by the big guys inside. Maybe they ought to pull up and take it from a little bit further out sometimes.
Perhaps, but you like the established contact inside. Most of the time, officials are going to give it a foul against the defense.
LaSalle with the ball again. The pass inside to Jared Macklin. He has the shot blocked by Colon, but they say that Colon got a piece of the body as well, and Jared Macklin will go to the foul line now. A two-point shot this time.
Situation there should not affect Roman desperately as long as Alan Watkins isn't picking them up, because the rest of the players kind of help each other out with their depth.
Colon comes out of the game, and Tyrone Bacon goes back in, and Jared Macklin, the junior forward, is on the line for LaSalle. 27-17. Roman is up by 10. Make that 9 as Macklin hits the first one. 27-18. Minute 36 till halftime.
Here's a guy on the line, Joe Macklin, that has suffered through a lot of injury problems. This year, only a junior, though. Next year, he may be one of the better players in the Northern Division.
He certainly will be. And I think his brother, Malcolm, is a very nice player at LaSalle, and now is at Philadelphia College of Pharmacy.
Second shot is no good. A scramble for the ball, and Cliff Smith could not control it again. It goes out of bounds. He loses the ball, and LaSalle still has the ball.
Bill, it's like a hockey game. It's in the at one end of the ice the whole time. The last 3 minutes, it seems like.
Here's LaSalle. They force feed it inside to Fitzgerald. A high arcing turnaround jumper is good. Nice shot by Fitzgerald.
Here's that 1-3-1 half-court trap of LaSalle's.
Roman gets it down without much of a problem. Watkins drives to the foul line, pulls up and takes a shot. It's no good. He gets his own rebound on the right side. Up off the glass and in. Outstanding effort.
You have to keep them off the board.
Watkins is so dangerous on that trap, too, because of the way he can handle the ball and create his own shot.
Right, and he does that very, very nicely.
Riley with the ball for LaSalle. Takes the long outside jumper. It was a two-pointer, but right at the line. It falls off the rim, no good. Rebound is Lazorchik. He goes up with it and misses the shot, and then we've got bodies flying all over the place underneath, and a foul is called.
LaSalle still going to the boards, but they're just coming up short. Just a little more energy needed to put that ball over the front.
Yeah, Lazorchik's really battling. Only 2 for 9, though, from the field. It's been a tough first half.
Well, let's hope he keeps shooting more shots, because I think they're wide open against him. He can't go into a scare, if you will.
And Lazorchik picked up that foul, so that means Roman will be at the line, and Alan Watkin will be at the line to shoot 1-on-1. 29-20. Roman is up by 9. Here's Watkin. Misses the first one, so the rebound to Lazorchik now. And here comes LaSalle again. They can cut it to 7 here with 45 seconds to go till halftime.
You know, the 10 players on the floor, 5 are underclassmen right now, which I think says something for the talent at both schools.
Fitzgerald, top of the key, feeds it inside to Lazorchik. Makes a nice move to go up underneath Watkin and put in the layup. 30 seconds to go.
LaSalle's now back in that 2-3. It'll probably be a matchup when it comes down over the half-court line.
And Roman will play for the final shot here with Marvin Harrison and Mike McKee and Jim O'Rourke way outside. Here's Harrison now. They match up on it. Harrison cross-court pass to McKee. McKee to O'Rourke. He's almost out of midcourt. And now O'Rourke drives down to the right side, cross-court pass to McKee. He'll take the three-pointer with 2 seconds left. It's no good. The rebound comes way outside, and the buzzer sounds as we go to halftime now. That is the end of the first half here at the Palestra with the score, Roman Catholic 29 and LaSalle 22. Second half here at the Palestra. Roman Catholic and LaSalle. We go into the third quarter with Roman with a 7-point lead, 29-22. It'll be LaSalle ball, and here they come. Right off the bat, it is Riley with the ball. He gets it off over to Ernie Kochnick on the left side. Same starting lineup as Borelli is back in Fitzgerald, and the pass inside of Fitzgerald goes right by him and out of bounds. It'll be Roman ball.
Yeah, and LaSalle only turned the ball over 4 times in the first half, and if they can keep it to that, they can stay in this game.
Absolutely. LaSalle now in their 2-2-1 three-quarter court trap, so they're going to come right at Roman.
And here's McKee, gets it across the timeline finally, and it is taken away by Borelli as he threw it over the head of Watkin, and nobody was over on the near side. So turnovers by each team to start off the third quarter here. And here comes Ernie Kochnick for LaSalle, gets it off to Borelli. Borelli went to the hoop almost every time he got the ball in the first part of the game. He gets it back outside to Kochnick, now to Riley. Riley looks inside for Borelli, but it's batted away by Watkin. They work it back around again to Kochnick. Now out to Borelli on the left baseline. He pulls up and takes the shot. No good. Air ball as it went right over, and it is saved on the outside by Colon as he gets it back in to O'Rourke. O'Rourke running the break. Dishes off to the near side of McKee. Puts up the jumper. It's good from the left baseline.
A transition basket, and again, you can't let Roman make that transition type of offensive move.
Here comes LaSalle running it right back down with Kochnick at the foul line. Dishes off to Borelli. Has the short jumper, and he banks it in. 2 points for LaSalle. It's 31-24. Roman is up.
Here comes the trap again, 2-2-1.
You're listening to Catholic League Championship Basketball on 610 WIP Philadelphia, All Sports Radio. O'Rourke runs it down court, puts off a shot off of the glass. It's no good, and the rebound finally pulled in by Fitzgerald. And here comes LaSalle again as Ernie Kochnick will control it. McKee is right on him. Borelli now on the left side takes the pass, dribbles right to the foul line, tries to force it inside. It's batted, but picked up by Fitzgerald. He puts up a wild shot that's no good. Rebound by Kochnick. His shot is no good. And Watkin pulls down the rebound. He gets it off to McKee. Mike McKee running it right down the lane. He goes coast to coast, and it's no good. Rebound underneath for Borelli. Here we are into a running game again. Here's Lazorchik right side. He stops, pulls up the jumper. It's no good off the front of the rim. And the rebound is pulled in underneath, and now Roman will slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, and this pace certainly doesn't favor LaSalle at all, running up and down the court.
I'm sure Marty would have much rather had Lazorchik on 1-on-3, pull it back out and set it up.
Mike McKee over to O'Rourke. McKee top of the key again. Over to O'Rourke, three-point range, way outside, a swish, it's good.
They were attacking that 2-3 zone, and O'Rourke is the zone buster.
That is his third three-pointer of this game. As it is 34-24, Roman has it back up to 10 again. Riley drives the lane for LaSalle. He's fouled as he goes in, and they will call it on Alan Watkin.
I think it might be on O'Rourke, I think. I'm not sure.
And he got him outside.
Yeah, before he drove down the lane.
Bill, we mentioned that O'Rourke would be a key to the game, and as you mentioned with the 3 threes, he now has a game-leading 11 points so far, and he's really made a difference in that Roman offense.
Yes, he has. Just another thing that you have to beat him on.
Here's the shot from outside. It's good by Tyrone Bacon. Right side baseline, right off of the inbound pass.
Kochnick hit that jump shot, the sophomore, to give LaSalle. Oh.
Here we go, Roman right down. He's up, and McKee puts it in from the foul line.
Transition bucket.
You know, I noticed McKee's getting a lot of room to operate, Joe. I think maybe they ought to pick him up a little bit sooner, last couple of possessions.
Well, it's something like the Dyke theory. When you got 5 guys in there, any one of them can kill you. It's tough to take all 5 on.
Kochnick takes a shot from the right side of the foul line. He is fouled by Mike McKee as he went up with a jumper. He did hit that one on the right baseline before. You're right, Joe. He had that basket and took this shot right after that. And he is fouled, and he'll go to the line now. Marvin Harrison checks into the game for Roman now, and going out will be Jim O'Rourke.
Ernie's father is the administrator, I think, vice principal at North Catholic High School. So this is a really interesting game also for Ernie.
Kochnick on the line, and he hits the first one. 9 points again as LaSalle can get maybe to within 9, within 7 before Roman jumps it back up again.
You know, you mentioned North Catholic. They won the Catholic League title 2 years ago. They were in the finals last year, and they had a much better year than a lot of people thought, Joe. They had a team that was depleted by graduation and was really competitive in that Northern Division.
I think they were in it up until the last weekend. And a lot of those big kids will be back next year. Koshna
hits number 2 as well, and now we have some full court pressure by LaSalle. Roman tries to work it up. Marvin Harrison with the ball as they call him with traveling. Harrison traveled. It'll be LaSalle ball.
I think that's double digits in turnovers for Roman today. And if that pace continues, LaSalle definitely will have something to say about this game.
With a bucket here, they can cut it to 6. As here comes LaSalle. Macklin with the ball. Back to Riley. Drives right down the lane. It is rejected and out of bounds, but it'll still be LaSalle ball as a couple of players came across from the weak side and were really right on top of Riley as he came down the lane.
And you have to go right back in at him. Right back in again and show him you're not nearly afraid.
Riley passes off to Koshnick on the left side. He throws it. It is batted out of bounds at the last second by Tyrone Bacon. It'll still be LaSalle ball.
Koshnick has done a pretty good job of being a floor general in this second half.
He's done a very good job all year for them, being a sophomore and running the offense. People don't realize the pressure on that.
Here's Riley outside, inside to Jared Macklin. He came around and banked it off the glass and in. A big basket. It's a 6-point margin now, 36-30. Roman is up with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Here comes their 22 defense again. And again, it looks like they're coming right into their hands.
Oh, we have got a block call as they have the double team on Marvin Harrison, and he stumbled out of bounds, but they'll call the foul on number 32, Chris Lazorchik. And he will draw the foul. Harrison was out of bounds there as it was LaSalle just trying to force another turnover. It'll be out of bounds here for Roman.
I think that's 3 personals on Lazorchik, and that could be a factor as we get down the stretch.
That is his 3rd personal. Here's Mike McKee. Over to Marvin Harrison. Back to Mike McKee. Dribbles to the left side now. Feeds inside to Watkins. It's taken away by Borelli on the dribble. But Borelli loses the ball as he tries to rip it away. Goes out of bounds, but it was tipped by Roman. It'll still be LaSalle ball.
By our stats, that's Allen's 5th turnover for Roman. Here comes LaSalle right back at him.
Yeah, it was Kushnig who came down and had it batted away from behind out of bounds. So LaSalle will inbound the ball from the right baseline. Long pass outside goes to Riley. He drives into the lane, dishes off to Borelli, who puts it in, but a foul before any of this happened will be called on Watkins.
You know, it's interesting that LaSalle's making this run with its top scorer on the bench. Mark Fitzgerald's been sitting on the bench.
Absolutely, and those kids are not fearing stepping back at all. They're going right at them.
So still LaSalle ball as they will inbound it from right underneath their own basket. Tyrone Bacon comes out of the game. And Ruben Colon goes back into the game. And we have it taken away on the inbounds pass by Roman. Marvin Harrison with the ball as he slows it up and pulls it back outside to Mike McKee and back to Harrison again. Feeds it over to Watkins on the left side wing. And now back to Harrison, back to McKee. He feeds it inside to Watkins. Here's the shot on the jumper. It's no good. Watkins with his own rebound, but it bounces out to McKee. He's got it from the foul line. It's good.
You've got to keep them off the boards. Allen didn't convert there, but he kept the ball alive on those boards.
Yeah, and the Roman guards are really killing LaSalle this half. McKee and O'Rourke.
Jared Macklin with the ball for LaSalle. Drives it right in around the defender. Puts it off the glass, but it bounces out now good. Stanzak gets the rebound, and it goes off the foot of Bernard Jones out of bounds. Still LaSalle ball. Macklin will inbounds the ball from right underneath the basket. Some pushing and shoving with Borelli and Colon going on right at the baseline. Macklin, long pass outside to Riley. Gets it across to Stanzak. 3-point range off the front of the rim. Rebound Borelli, but they will call Borelli with a push-off foul underneath.
Yeah, that's his 3rd also now, Joe. And with 2:51 left, I guess you almost have to keep him in because LaSalle's trying to make a run and down by 8 points.
And the run's got to be made again by going at Roman Catholic underneath. And if you take him out of the game now, you're really going to be hurting yourself on both glasses, offensive and defensive glasses.
Bernard Jones really came up limping there, but he seems to be all right now as he gets down underneath the basket. Roman with the ball. Here's McKee.
LaSalle's in a 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Watkin with the ball on the right side wing. He goes to the baseline and dishes off this time. He passes off to Bernard Jones, and he can't get it goes. It goes right around the rim and out. Rebound by Borelli, and a foul underneath on the rebound.
I think this is on Alan Watkins.
That is a foul on Watkins there. And that's his second. It'll be out of bounds for LaSalle. Here we go. Quick pass up court goes to Kushnick, and he runs it down the left side in towards the basket, but decides he better pull it out of there, and he does that with Mike McKee shadowing him outside. Kushnick bounce pass inside of Borelli, right down the lane. It is rejected by Colon at the basket. Right to Mike McKee. They've got a 3-on-2 break. McKee to Watkins. He puts it up. It's good and a foul.
No, he took it off. He took it off. He's got offensive foul on Alan Watkins. His third personal, and Roman's going to call a timeout.
The last time we was at Villanova playing, and I just think it would be great for us to win it again, because the last time we won it when we were freshmen, I didn't get a chance to play on that team. So I would like another one before I leave.
To the action at the Palestra. I think I gave you the score as 40-30 before the break. It's 38-30. They took that bucket away. Here's LaSalle with the ball. Borelli with a baseline short jumper is no good. A lot of action underneath. And finally, a travel is called on LaSalle. It'll go back the other way.
Yeah, Bill, in that other play, just to clarify for the listeners, Watkins was called for the offensive foul before the basket went in, so it nullified that, and it's now 38-30.
Boy, I'll tell you, it took a lot of nerve to take that offensive foul from Watkins. He was flying. Here's McKee with a long jumper, or O'Rourke with a long jumper for Roman. It's no good, and LaSalle right back again. We've got 1:45 to go in the third period, and it is Roman up by 8, 38-30. Pass inside of Macklin. He works it up, and it is rejected by Colon out of bounds.
That's about the fourth block today from Colon, and none of them really on his man. It's coming from the weak side, and he really moves his feet well on defense.
All right, LaSalle runs that stack on the weak side, and he leaves his man and just goes after the ball.
Fitzgerald on the inbounds pass goes up, and he's fouled as the bucket was no good, but he'll go to the foul line now. I believe Cliff Smith will pick up that foul.
LaSalle continuing to go at them underneath. Fitzgerald now has got to take control of this game as one of the seniors for LaSalle. Fitzgerald on the line.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. He has 5 points this afternoon, make it 6 now.
He hits number 1 as it's 38-31. LaSalle trying to again get it to within 6.
I saw his father play a game against Roman back in the 50s at Lincoln High School for Cardinal Doherty. And it's very...
I didn't know you went back that far.
I'm an old-timer, Buck, I'll tell you.
Fitzgerald hits number 2. It is a 6-point ball game again, 38-32. Roman leading. And Roman with the ball under their own basket. Here's that full court pressure again.
Now LaSalle shows him a 1-2-1-1 with the big people out front. Mark playing the ball.
Mike McKee runs it up the left side and passes off to Jim O'Rourke, his backcourt mate. Now McKee signals from outside to set up the defense, set up the offense, and he passes back to O'Rourke. They've got a two-man game going. Now they swing it around to the near side. Pass inside to Colon. He turns around and takes a short jumper. It's good. Nice move.
Probably learned that in the sugar fields down on the islands.
LaSalle with the ball as Stanzak brings it up. O'Rourke putting some mild pressure on him across the timeline. He hands it off now to Ernie Koshnick, who will set up the offense from way, way outside as they're trying to pull everybody out. Koshnick now takes it to the three-point line, dishes off to Lazorchik. He puts up a jumper. It is rejected by Colon.
A three-point jumper, I might add. That's quite an athletic move by Mr. Ruben Hurricane Colon.
He's a 6'7" senior. And LaSalle still with the ball. Koshnick outside. Top of the key now to Stanzak. Three-point range off the front of the rim. No good. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Roman ball as Lazorchik ended up running halfway up the stands.
38 seconds in this quarter. They've got to keep it within range. They've got to keep it under 10.
Riley or O'Rourke with the ball. He passes way down to Colon. Colon dishes off. The shot from the baseline is no good by Bernard Jones, and the rebound controlled by Koshnick. They can get off the shot here. 25 seconds to go. Koshnick almost has it taken away by McKee, but puts it behind his back. Goes down the lane. Passes off to Fitzgerald. He goes up and he's fouled. Cliff Smith will get the foul again.
Look for LaSalle, particularly if these two foul shots are good, to come out with maybe a 1-2-1-1 again and try for a quick turnover. But you got to be in control in these last 17 seconds of this quarter.
You know, I think Colon has been a real difference, especially in this third quarter, because even when LaSalle's driving in, you can see with another eye they're looking for him to come around the way he's been moving. And he's going to be going to Florida International to play basketball next season.
Here's Fitzgerald on the line. He hits number one. Very important foul shots here. It is 7 points now, 40-33. We'll try to make it 6.
Fitzgerald's starting to heat it up now with 8 points.
Fitzgerald reaches and hits number 2 right through. Here we go. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Roman trying to work it up against full court pressure. Colon passes way down to O'Rourke. O'Rourke on the right side now dribbles all the way across the court and passes off to McKee at the top of the key. Back to O'Rourke on the left side. Drives into the lane. Puts up a shot. It is good. Right at the buzzer at the end of the third quarter. So a big basket right at the end. And that is the end of the third quarter with a score. Roman Catholic 42. LaSalle 34.
Only Mall, Tri-State Mall, and Seaview Square Mall. Go there today.
Sports Talk with Howard Eskin. Afternoons at 4 on 610 WIP. All Sports Radio.
We head into the final 8 minutes from the Palestra. Bill Zimfer along with Mark Narducci and Joe Donahue. Here's Roman with the ball. They feed it right into Colon. He goes up with a short jumper, but it's off the rim. Borelli pulls down the rebound. A long pass goes down court and is tipped out of bounds by Watkins. It'll be LaSalle ball. LaSalle down by 8, 42-34. A key possession right here for LaSalle.
Absolutely.
Little trouble getting the ball in bounds by Borelli, and it's knocked right out of bounds. And it's going to be Roman ball. They say Lazorchik knocked it out.
Touched off his little fingertips. They're 2-2-1, full court pressure by LaSalle.
Mike McKee gets it off to Jim O'Rourke on the near side. He dribbles right across to the top of the key, and now over to the right side. Bounce pass back to the left side to McKee. Feeds it into Watkins. It goes out of bounds. Tipped off the fingers of Riley or Fitzgerald, and it'll still be Roman ball. They're up by 8 with 7.5 minutes to go. Pass way outside to O'Rourke. He's going to take the 3. It's no good. Rebound. Underneath, there's a fight for it. We've got a foul called.
I think Colon, Yep.
That's his third, I believe.
Bill, for the rest of the game, we're going to be in a 1-on-1 situation. And as we mentioned before, LaSalle had a terrible time in the first half, 6 for 15 from the foul line. It's as simple as that. They have to make the foul shots.
And they have to shoot their percentage for the season. If they shoot 64% in this game, it'll be a lot of tough for LaSalle.
Fitzgerald on the line. He hits number 1. He hit 2 the last time he was there, and he's not even catching any rim here. Just all net. 42-35. They can cut it to 6 again. They've had it to 6 several times here in the second half, but have not been able to get any closer than that. But here's Fitzgerald trying to make it 6 again.
He has 10 for the game, and he's been one of the people that has been making his foul shots.
He reaches, puts it in. So it's a 6-point spread again, 42-36. Here comes Roman with the ball. Mike McKee up the left side. Double-teamed, even triple-teamed there for a second. Gets it off to Colon, who gets it to Jim O'Rourke. O'Rourke down to Watkins, who will pull up for the jumper from the right side. It's no good. Rebound Fitzgerald. Here comes LaSalle.
Interesting about that is that they go to Colon as their safety against the pressure. And if Roman takes a quick shot, Colon is 35 feet away from the basket. So I think that's an advantage for LaSalle in that particular situation.
Here's Lazorchik. Forces one up. It's good. What a shot.
Boy, that's a tough shot. Going to your left, shooting to your right, off balance that time. And we said he creates his shots well. That was a perfect example.
It's a 4-point spread, and here comes Roman back down court again. Mike McKee decides to slow it up as he holds it up outside on the right. Now passes to O'Rourke, top of the key. Back to McKee again. They'll get a 2-man game going out here as they switch things around. Pass to O'Rourke on the right wing. Back to McKee. Top of the key to Watkins now on the left wing. He puts up a jumper. It goes off the rim. It's no good, but we've got a foul called on the outside.
Foul was on Riley, I believe.
I think one of the astounding things today is how few of Roman's points have come down inside near in the paint. They've gotten a lot of production from O'Rourke, who has 13, and even Watkins, who has 10. A lot of his points, Joe, have been on the outside jumpers.
I would credit Coach Marty Jackson on that because I think he told the fellas, we're going to win this game in the paint on the defense. We have got to keep them off the boards. side, which they are able to do, it provides another opportunity for a victory.
Watkins on the line, and he cans number one, and he'll get another one, 43-38. 6:34 to go in the game. LaSalle trying to strap back into this one, and here's Watkins to try foul shot number two. Watkins fires, no good, in and out. Rebound underneath by Borelli. He gets it off to Ernie Kushnig, and LaSalle here with another big possession. Borelli way outside on the left, backs his way in, now turns around to the basket. Short jumper's good.
Strong move by Mark Borelli. No fear in that lad's eyes.
No. It is a three-point game, 43-40, and the ball gets away from Roman. LaSalle's got it way down at their own end, just way out in front of everybody.
The trap really worked well for LaSalle that time.
Here's Borelli again on the left side. Last time he just backed in. He does the same thing. Backs in, turns around to the basket, and he is fouled on the shot. So he'll go to the foul line.
This is where it's going to get nice and nervous and just what we asked for. Borelli's playing with exceptional cool, I think.
And what's good about that is he got the shot off through the foul despite the double team. Roman showed the double team early on him. He was still able to draw the foul.
I believe the foul that time was on Alan Watkins.
And we have got a timeout called on the floor, and there is a timeout.
IP, All Sports Radio.
Back at the Palestro, we've got 5:59 to go in this game. It's 43-40. Roman Catholic is leading LaSalle for the Catholic League Championship, but Mark Borelli is on the line for LaSalle. He'll be shooting a pair. Number one is up and good. 43-41.
With that foul being Alan Watkins' fourth foul with just under 6 minutes to go, could be another important factor in this ballgame.
So Roman now going with Harrison and Bacon, along with Colon on the inside, and the guards are McKee and O'Rourke. Here's Borelli with number two. It is up and no good. Long rebound to the outside, controlled by Fitzgerald for LaSalle, so they still have it. Pass back to Borelli at the foul line. He gets it out to Koshnik. So they can tie it up with a bucket here. 43-41. Roman leading. LaSalle pass inside to Fitzgerald is almost batted away. Back outside to Koshnik now, and here we go. Borelli out around the three-point line. They picked him up way out there. He gets it off, and we have got a call here underneath.
I think it's an official's timeout.
Yep.
We have an injured player, Ernie Koshnik, who went down. He went down on a down pick, and he got nailed. And he's in trouble. He's in pain.
There was no foul called on the play. Koshnik just went down to the left of the basket, and he is in pain. They called the officials timeout, so we have a break in the action here, and 43-41, a two-point spread.
This could put a, yes it is, John.
Right in the middle of it here. Now, it was Koshnik who came off of the court, so he appears to be all right, and Butler is in his place.
Bill, Roman going basically with a three-guard offense with McKee, O'Rourke, and Harrison in there. I guess trying to get a little quickness, Joe.
I think so. Plus, they're utilizing their outside shooting ability, which they've found today, and that certainly will give them opportunities to do the same.
LaSalle can tie it up here. Borelli inbounds the pass to Riley. He gets it off to Lazorchik way out. Steps in and takes the jumper off the front of the rim. No good. And Colon gets the rebound and gets it right off to Jim O'Rourke, and they will slow it down and set it up here. 5:25 to go in the game.
You want to stop O'Rourke in this situation.
Here's O'Rourke, three-pointer from the left side, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, a fight for it. It's corralled by Marvin Harrison of Roman, and they'll set it up again. Here's O'Rourke again, dumps it back to McKee. McKee to Harrison, back to McKee, top of the key. Over to Harrison, who dumps it inside to Colon as it's stripped away by Borelli. It's stripped away again by Borelli, but we've got a foul called this time.
Well, it reminds me kind of like Gibraltar standing in there, just knocking the things loose. He must go about 255, 260.
Yeah, he is about a 250-pounder, 6'6", and he is tough to move under the basket. Colon goes to the line. Ruben Colon will be there, and now Borelli comes out of the game, and Jared Macklin comes in.
That was a key foul because it's Borelli's fourth, Joe, with 5:05 left. When do you bring him back in?
You bring him back in with about 3 minutes left in the game, I think, and hopefully the score will be close enough to be effective. If it gets out to a bigger lead, then look for him in earlier.
Ruben Colon hits the first foul shot, and he'll get another one. You're listening to the Catholic League Championship on 610 WIP Philadelphia, All Sports Radio. And now we have Colon with another one here. It's 44-41. Roman Catholic is leading. Colon off the front of the rim misses the second one. So a three-point spread here, and here comes LaSalle with the ball. Riley controls as he heads to his left and goes right down the left lane. Finally picked up by O'Rourke. Passes off now to Butler. Butler, baseline jumper near side. It's no good. Rebound underneath is controlled by Roman. Pulling it down, Tyrone Bacon.
Butler just a little tentative on that shot.
Jim O'Rourke was tied up on a double team on the far side, and they are going to get a foul here on John Butler.
And probably not the guy you want to send to the line right now.
Ernie Koshnik now, I think, coming back in for John.
And Jim O'Rourke goes to the foul line. And he will be shooting a 1-and-1.
Bill, he came into the game with 57 threes, so you know he has that outside ability, averaging 11 points a game.
And he buries the first foul shot.
Jimmy's uncle, Dutch Doyle, is a legend in our league from years ago.
45-41. It's 4 points now, and make that 5 as O'Rourke hits the second one. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. Now full court pressure on LaSalle, but they break it and bring it up. And, a good tip away by Colon. If that pass had gotten through, Fitzgerald has an easy layup, but Ruben Colon knocked it away.
Yeah, he just has great anticipation, and as we mentioned before, his footwork on defense is excellent.
He's very light. He certainly is. Timeout. Trouble getting it inbounds.
Yep.
LaSalle calls timeout.
Couldn't get it in, and LaSalle decides to call a timeout and talk it over. There is a timeout on the floor. Oh, boy, you may not get back to that point now.
Yeah, it's a good point, Bill. And another key, our statistician, Tom Brookshire, tells us Roman's starting backcourt has 21 points. LaSalle's has 6. And people thought the Romans' backcourt may be the weakness coming into the game. It certainly hasn't been that way.
Not at all.
LaSalle with the ball. They bring it in, and Ernie Kushnick has control of it. Comes to the right side, and now back to Lazorchik. Top of the key, it goes in. Was it a three-pointer?
Three-pointer. Roman that time was playing a 3-2 defense for a change of defense, and LaSalle shot the outside shot and made it.
Again, it's a 2-point spread, and lots of pressure put on, and Riley comes up and fouls Mike McKee. Foul is called on Brian Riley as he came up and crashed into Mike McKee. So McKee will go to the line here.
If McKee makes these foul shots, look for Roman to go into a 1-2-1-1 trap.
Yeah, they're much more dangerous, aren't they, Joe, after a made foul shot when they can really apply that pressure?
That's exactly right.
First one is good, and he'll get another one now as McKee hits it. Stanzak coming back into the game for LaSalle.
They'll put Bacon, I think, on the ball out of bounds to add another size roadblock for LaSalle, bringing it inbounds, and then he'll go and apply pressure on the first trap.
Here's McKee. He hits number 2. And LaSalle will bring it in. Here is that full court pressure. But Stanzak works his way right through it. Passes off to Macklin. Macklin going right up. He pulls up and hits the jumper. So it's a 2-point game again. 48-46 and a steal by Macklin on the inbound pass.
No, he turned it over. He turned it over first.
Double dribble, and they'll give it back to Roman.
Well, LaSalle certainly got the adrenaline flowing, and look for some big things to happen the last 3:58. Here's the pressure again. 1-2-1-1.
48-46. Roman Catholic is up by a bucket. The winner of this game is the Catholic League champion. Here's the pass back to Colon. He gets it to Mike McKee. Now off to Jim O'Rourke down court. Pulls up at the foul line and hits.
O'Rourke is awesome today.
LaSalle going to run it right back up, but now Stanzak decides to slow it down a little bit. O'Rourke is on hit. Stanzak hands it off to Kushnick. Kushnick back behind and goes right into the lane. Puts up a shot. It's blocked. It goes out of bounds. It'll still be LaSalle ball.
I think that was Colon once again coming from the weak side. I believe he has 7 blocks now. O'Rourke, by the way, with 17 points.
Inbound pass from Macklin to Lazorchik. 3-point range. It's no good, but a foul is called on the outside. They are going to get Jim O'Rourke with a foul on him on the 3-pointer.
Anytime you foul a 3-point shooter, you're almost asking for a double dose of medicine. You're either going to get a 4-point play or you're going to give him a shot when they didn't really have one. Here comes Allen.
Chris Lazorchik is on the line, and back into the game is Watkins.
It almost looked like nobody wanted to come out for Roman that time.
I find that an interesting substitution because O'Rourke, who's been the leading scorer, now out in the game. Roman holding a 4-point lead.
It's nice to be blessed with such talent, isn't it?
Lazorchik hits the first foul shot, and he'll get another one here. 3:33 to go in the game. And again, LaSalle can pull to within 2 here. They are really hanging tough.
No doubt, and keep in mind, Borelli on the bench with 4 fouls, and Joe, we expect him to come in probably within the next minute or so.
I think you're right. I look for LaSalle to come with a different type of press this time if this foul shot is good.
Lazorchik, it's up, and it's no good. Rebound by Colon. So a big miss there, 50-47, and Mike McKee runs it down for Roman. Stops at the top of the key and dishes it off to Marvin Harrison on the left side. Back to McKee, now over to Watkins, and back to McKee. He pulls up and takes a long three-pointer. It's no good. Strange shot there by McKee, and we've got a foul underneath.
Over the top. See, that's where you like to have a Rourke in there to hit that three-pointer, I think. Although Michael can certainly hit it, but certainly today looks like the O'Rourke day here at the Palestra.
Yeah, and I think in the second half, the real key for LaSalle has been the play of Gerald Macklin off the bench. He's doing a lot. Doesn't have a lot of size, but he's battling with those guys inside. He's listed at 6'3", may not even be that big, but he's really done a good job.
And he's an underclassman as well. So LaSalle, certainly the future of LaSalle bodes well for the Explorers.
Macklin on the line as LaSalle is down by 3. Jared Macklin puts it up and good. 2-point spread again, and they can narrow it to 1 here as Macklin will try to hit the second end of the 1-and-1.
And O'Rourke back in the game, and Dennis Seddon, as he does so often, he likes to do situation substitutions, gets guys in to play the defensive end, then brings them in. So we'll see a lot of substituting in the last 3:17 here.
Macklin, number 2, is up and good. It is a 1-point game, 50-49, Roman leading. Here's the full court pressure, but they break it. It goes down to O'Rourke on the left wing. He now passes it back out to McQueen, quickly over to Colon, and Watkins at the foul line puts it up and in.
LaSalle still playing that zone, 2-3. Look for them to come out, attack maybe man for man the next minute or so.
Stanzak controlling the ball for LaSalle with O'Rourke on him, working it down the right side, right down to the baseline. Now passes it back out to Lazorchik. Pulls up at the foul line, hits.
And Joey got a great pick that time for Fitzgerald to get himself free right around the foul line.
Right on the elbow, exactly right.
Full court pressure again. Here's O'Rourke, who takes the pass across the timeline, goes to the top of the key and dishes it off to McKee. Into Watkins in the lane. He puts the shot up, and it's no good, but he's fouled.
Fouls on Mark Fitzgerald. Nice pass by Michael McKee on that play. Very, very cool, calm, collected customer.
So Watkins will go to the line here, 52-51, with 2:32 in the game, and Borelli still not back in.
You know, the real money players step forward. The last 2 possessions down there, Watkins has wanted the ball, really been asking for it, and you can see why Duquesne has signed him.
There's Watkins. He hits the first one. And now some substitutions planned for Roman. They want to wait till after the shot.
He's going in for the shooter, I think. Again, another transition, Marcus, you had said. Put him in on the defensive end. They protect Allen's offensive end of the court movement.
Watkins hits number 2, and he'll come out of the game. And going in will be Marvin Harrison. And it'll be LaSalle ball. They're down 3 again, 54-51.
Sorry, but Watkins averaging 23 a game, has 13 in this contest.
Macklin having trouble getting it in, and it's taken away. Taken away by Marvin Harrison. He gets it back to O'Rourke. 3-pointer. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound by Stanzak. It's a 3-on-3 break. Good pass up ahead to Kushnig, and he puts it in for the basket. It's a 1-point game again, and here comes Roman right back down the court.
Now they'll pull it out and work and look for perimeter shooting, perhaps, on this one.
Here's Mike McKee. Top of the circle. Over to Harrison. Back to McKee. Feeds it inside. Here's the turnaround jumper. It is no good, but rebounded inside by Colon, and he puts it up and in.
You got to keep them off the boards. Take your eyes off the basket and go after the man. Keep off the boards. Limit them to 1 shot.
I'll tell you, during the last 2 games, Ruben Colon has played like a man possessed. He has 10 points today. We also have him for 6 block shots, and he's been doing it on both ends of the court.
Dennis said before the game that it has been history, at least of the Roman Catholic, not to put back-to-back games together. So he was kind of doubtful that he would, but he hoped that he certainly would have a good game.
Well, he played in one of the most competitive summer leagues in Puerto Rico, his native Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Here he is on the line. Colon hits it to complete the 3-point play. There was a foul on the shot. It is 57-53, a 4-point game. Borelli is back into the game now for LaSalle. Here we go as Stanzak gets it off to Kushnick. Kushnick inside to Lazorchek. He is fouled as he tried to go around his man on defense. And that foul will be called on Marvin Harrison.
Right. He approached him up low, and Lazorchek's just a little bigger than Harrison. And the last pass in was very effective during the foul. You have to score now when the clock's not running.
But Harrison did a great job of making Lazorchek work for everything he had on that.
Marvin Harrison is a great athlete.
Lazorchek on the line.
Harrison may be the best athlete on this court.
Lazorchek hits. Boy, he is cool down the stretch. A minute and 52 to go in the game. It's a 3-point spread again. Roman leading LaSalle 57-54.
I think, Mark, you're getting some argument from Stanzak supporters
Yeah, that's true.
in the building. But certainly they're both two fine athletes.
Here's Lazorchek, number 2. It's up around the rim and falls in. So it is a 2-point game again. Here's the full court pressure. Mike McKee with 2 people on him. Over to Colon. Colon gets it to Watkins. Watkins across the timeline to O'Rourke. O'Rourke pulls up for the jumper. Good. 59-55.
When a shooter feels it, there's nothing like it in the world.
LaSalle right back down court with Macklin on the left side wing. Now back out to Stanzak with a minute 33 to go in the game. Stanzak drawing 2 people, gets the ball off to the near side to Lazorchek. He goes around his man, into the basket, up and no good, but a blocking foul is called underneath. Tried to draw the offensive foul, but they're going to call a block.
Yeah, once again, Colon moving over on the weak side defense. Just got there a second late, and good thought. And
he's so agile in the middle.
Both teams playing well down the stretch here as Lazorchek will go to the line again. And while LaSalle did not shoot well from the foul line in the first half, they have been doing it here in the second half of the game. Lazorchek on the line. Here's number 1. It is up and good. 59-56. They can pull to within 2 again.
You know, I don't think we've given enough credit to Roman the way they've been able to break this press in the second half, Joe. It almost looks like it's relative ease. They're doing very little dribbling, but they're doing a lot of good passing over people.
And Alan Watkins is doing nice receiving that ball and then getting it out back to the wing.
Lazorchek misses, but the rebound to Fitzgerald. He puts a shot up and it's no good. And Colon comes down with the ball. He gets it off to McKee. Boy. Key action underneath that time as Fitzgerald had a shot to tie the game up and missed it.
LaSalle now playing a man-for-man in the half court. So this will give a different look.
Traveled. Colon traveled with the ball as he tried to pass it back across. It'll be LaSalle ball. They're down by 3, 59-56. We've got a minute 8 to go.
This is the first time in the game LaSalle has played man-for-man full court.
And here we go. Kushnick brings it up court. Ernie Kushnick now pulls it back outside to set things up. Looking inside for somebody to pop open. Kushnick now a back pass into Fitzgerald. He goes up on the glass and a clean block. It is blocked by Colon and Marvin Harrison pulls it down and passes it off to Mike McKee. Here's Watkins on the right wing on the baseline. Goes up, it's no good, and we've got a foul called on Stanzak.
Key play by Colon down underneath that basket. I thought Fitzgerald had an open path for a nice 2-point shot. Just jammed it right down his throat, comes back down, and Watkins gets fouled.
Well, it showed his quickness and recovering because, as you mentioned, Fitzgerald had really had a step and had the angle, and Colon just got over there.
These are
Alan Watkins on the line. These are biggies. 59-56. 43 seconds to go. Watkins hits number 1. Points now, 60-56, 43 seconds to go in the game. Roman is up, and here's Watkins with second foul shot up and no good. So it's a 4-point spread, and here comes LaSalle. Kushnick runs it up court to the right wing, out to Lazorchek, right baseline. He gets it back outside. It's taken away by O'Rourke. O'Rourke will go right to the hoop. He puts in the layup. 25 seconds to go, and that ought to seal it. Lazorchek way outside. Basket is no good. Rebound finally corralled by O'Rourke again. O'Rourke is tied up underneath.
So O'Rourke here with a couple nice plays on the steal, the pass, and then the layup, and then that time he got a rebound. This is O'Rourke's day.
Yeah, and on that layup, he used his body to shield himself from Stanzak that time and got it right under him. It's been quite a game. He has 21 points, game-high 21 points.
And Jimmy O'Rourke is a fine kid. I know he's got a great work ethic. He'll spend more hours at Textile on his own practicing than he will at Roman just about with the team. Fine young man.
O'Rourke is on the line. He was fouled as they tied him up at the other end, and he hits the foul shot. 15 seconds to go in the game, and now it's back to a 7-point spread. 63 to 56, Roman Catholic is leading. And here's number 2 by O'Rourke. It is good. 15 seconds to go. And here we go. Kushnick hurries it down court, puts up a long jumper. It's no good. And there's O'Rourke with a rebound. He's all over the place. Brings it up court, and he is fouled at about midcourt, so he'll go to the line again.
In this situation, there's no way a rebounder is going to give up that ball because he's looking at 2 points facing him on the foul line.
You know, it also shows his resiliency, Joe. In the O'Hara game, O'Rourke had an off game. He only had 6 points and shot just 2 for 8, but he's a confident shooter, and like all confident shooters, he just kept shooting.
All right, when you get it going, you just keep going to the bank.
All right, we have got a timeout called on the floor by LaSalle with a score. Roman 64 and LaSalle 56.
Hi, this is Joe to 610 WIP, All Sports Radio, mornings at 10.
Back at the Palestra, 6 seconds to go in the game. 64 to 56, Roman leading LaSalle, and Jim O'Rourke will be on the line to shoot the foul shots. And we're going to try to get him up here after the game for our post-game show. He has had quite an afternoon here at the Palestra. Shot is up and good.
It's nice now that both coaches have given all their kids on the team an opportunity to play in the Palestra, which is the mecca of basketball.
Second foul shot is also good. 66 to 56. So what was a 2-point lead just a short time ago is now up to 10. And we have got the buzzer going off as the fans from Roman just crowd onto the floor. And wow, they're onto the floor celebrating now as Roman Catholic, the Catholic League champions for the 1988-89 season. A 66 to 56 victory over LaSalle here today. That is the end of the game. And Roman, again, the Catholic League basketball champion. Game show, and right now let's go over to Mark Narducci. Mark?
Okay, Bill, here with Jimmy O'Rourke, who had a game-high 25 points for Roman Catholic. And Jim, early on, we could see that they were packing in their zone and kind of giving you the shot. Did you feel that way, too? And did you feel that you'd have to come the way you did?
I feel I had a bad game shooting-wise Friday night. I felt they were watching, you know, they were going to pack it in and stop our big guys. So I just let loose. I wanted to shoot it every time.
Jim, people always say that the Roman guards, that may be the weakness of the team, and I know you've heard that before, but does that kind of stuff give you a little more incentive?
Yeah, we don't really pay attention, though. We know we can play. You know, we can play with any guards in the city. We feel that way. Me, Rob, Mike, and Marv. You know, nobody's outplayed us yet this year, so I don't know how people can still say that.
How's it feel?
It feels great. We've been waiting for 3 years. We've seen this happen before. We lost sophomore year. We didn't get here last year. We wanted it bad. Nobody was going to take it from us.
Last question before we let you go and get to your coach. How good is this Roman team?
We're good. We'll find out Friday against Frankfurt.
Okay, Jimmy O'Rourke, 25 points. And joining us now is Dennis Seddon. And Coach, let's get your reaction on this victory.
Excuse me, Mark. I'm having a hard time speaking right now. But I think it's just a great victory for Rome, and I think it exemplifies the type of season that we had. We've lost one game east of the Mississippi. And I think we kind of avenged that. It was a 3-point loss to O'Hara. And ever since that time, we've won 10 games in a row, all by double figures. And I think that says something for a Roman team.
Coach, they came out early, and they basically said, we're taking away your inside game. What kind of adjustments did you have to make?
We tried to change our zone offense a little bit. And we made a big decision, I thought, in the second half when we decided we were going with Jim no matter what. We just had to get him off, and Jim rose to the challenge.
Coach, congratulations. Dennis Seddon, a fine victory. Your first as a head coach of Roman Catholic.
It's my third since I've been at Roman, but it's my first as a head coach, and there's nothing like it, Mark.
Well, one last thing I would like to add. How about a comment on LaSalle, a real feisty team?
I thought Marty Jackson did a tremendous job. Marty and I go way back when I coached Ascension CYO, and Marty coached St. Ambrose CYO. So we've been battling heads for a number of years, and Marty just did a great job. We knew he was going to do it. And our congratulations go to the LaSalle team for a great game.
Okay, Coach. Thank you very much. Dennis Seddon of Roman Catholic, whose Roman Catholic Cahillites defeated LaSalle 66-56 for the Catholic League Championship here on 610 WIP All Sports Radio.
The Palestra 66-56. Roman led by 8 late in the fourth quarter, but Jim with the 5. Roman opened it up in the closing minutes to win the championship.
Palestra for the Catholic League plays at the right time was fouled. The crowd on the steal, they'd go the length of the court. Jim over LaSalle, and one lost twice today.
On the week. And Ruben Colon scored. Roman 56-56.
Charles, that we're the best team.
Very gracious.
Time after time, I've done my crime. Mistakes. Everything that goes on human race. But not my finest day is